Hey folks, what's up? Welcome back to another Pawn Massive video, and hope y'all, you know, all your summons went good, at least hopefully all better than mine. Yeah, let's talk about Cynthia and her shenanigans. So Cynthia Giratina, obviously very good unit. I don't think I need to tell you guys again how great of a unit she is, right? Very good. So yeah, in terms of the unit, right? In terms of why is she has a very good sync nuke over here, right? And she debuffs the opponent's defenses, which is very good as well. And then you also have the Ghost Wish Ghost Zone, which is again the best part of her kit, right? That's an extra, should be multiplicative unless we got our test wrong, but it should be multiplicative. In terms of the damage, it's extra 1.5 times multiplier, which is very good for all ghost type damage. So that's very good. Anyways, yeah, you have the 1-turn Shadow Ball, and then you have the 2-turn Shadow Force, right? Shadow Force also does have the extra super effective up if you do have that, right? But obviously at the cost of, being a 2-turn move. So there's that, right? In terms of, is there any merit in using Shadow Force over Shadow Ball? In my opinion, not really. It does hit harder than Shadow Ball in super effective stages with the super effective up, but other than that, it's just not as strong as Shadow Ball, right? Do keep in mind, you guys might see, well, wow, Shadow Force did so much damage in one hit, but yeah, again, that one hit, keep in mind, that's 2 turns, right? 2 turns, in comparison to Shadow Ball, which is 1 turn, and you could use 2 in the time that you could use 1 Shadow Force and 2 Shadow Balls. Also gives you 2 sync move, adds 2 to the sync move countdown, right? Whereas Shadow Force only adds 1. But again, there definitely are places where you want to use it, right? For example, if you're running too many damage heals and boom, you're out of gauges, go for a Shadow Force. Why not, right? It's not like it's especially if it is again super effective stages. It's not like it's a bad option over there. It's better than not queuing up a move, right? Way better than not queuing up a move. So if you're out of gauges, boom, use that. Cost no gauges, and you get some back, right? So yeah, but overall, I'd say Shadow Ball's generally the way to go. Outside of that, right? Let's talk about some other stuff. So let's first start with lucky skills. Lucky skills, you could go for Crit Strike 2. This is going to be always just good and effective, right? Super Power 3 does do 10% more than Crit Strike 2. By the way, for those wondering, these aren't out yet. It's just whenever the Legendary Gauntlet comes out, these come out, right? But for the moment being, you could go for that as well, but it's only for super effective stages, so I'd say overall Crit Strike 2 is a bit more reliable, which Crit Strike 2 you could get, at the moment, obviously. As for anything else, I don't really feel like there's anything else really worth going for over here. Again, if you have a head start team, maybe, but I don't really find any really great head start teams for her specifically, so probably not, honestly. What else? Some of these entries, you could go with some of these entries as well if you want, right? Something like a Grand Entry 2, so you don't need any supports at all, right? Or if you're running her mainly as a sync nuker, then it would be what, Fierce Entry 2, right? So you don't need any supports, and boom, you're good. Because you max out your crit +4 on both, right? Those are some options, but yeah, I'd say generally Crit Strike 2, Super Power 3, right? One of those I think would be good. Weather Warrior, by the way, doesn't activate on Ghost Zone. Pretty sure. Not that I know 100%, but I'd say 98%, right? Won't happen. What else? We got all right, the grid. Let's start with 1 out of 5. 1 out of 5. Nothing too interesting, right? I mean, if you want to save some sync orbs, just pick up all the Shadow Ball stuff, right? Or Shadow Force as well, right? Whenever, again, if you're out of gauges, you need throw one in quick. Very good option, right? Again, better than not queuing up a move at all. So all this stuff, right? If you want to save some, but in general, nothing too interesting for the 1 out of 5 grid. Nothing too interesting over there. As for 2 out of 5, you do have the super duper effective up. Obviously, don't pick these up if you're not doing super effective, right? But outside of that, yeah, these are just move gauge refreshes, not the MP refresh. I don't really find any of these like super whatever, right? You could go for the NPR if you really just don't want to run another support over here at all, right? If you get an MP Refresh, it does debuff your defense a bit more, but you know, it's fine if the opponent never even touches you before they get absolutely obliterated out of existence. Shadow Ball move, get refreshed, obviously that's a big one, right? And then maybe, you know, a few extra Shadow Ball power-ups. Again, if you don't need that, then, you know, that's more Shadow Ball power-ups that you could pick up, right, over here. And yeah, let's, I don't care about the Sync stat reboot, you know, if you're wondering. It's 8 energy, it's super far, and just don't get hit. You're a striker, don't tank with Cynthia, right? And you know, if she has a semi-competent team, she should be able to clear the opponent before they could ever like attack her, right? With their sync move. Not the AoEs, you know, whatever, right? It's gonna happen. All right, 3 out of 5. This is where her kit gets really good. Again, I do think you want her at 3 out of 5, right? You want her at 3 out of 5. So she gets the full, you know, nuke stuff, right? Smarty Pants over here, Brain Sync 5 over here, again, all really good stuff. So yeah, and in terms of which one you're taking, both are kind of whatever, right? I'd maybe pick up this MP Refresh because it costs 1 less energy. We'll see. I mean, if the build doesn't really, you know, cost that much, then sure, you go for Haunted Healing. Extra bit of healing's nice, right? The sync move power-ups, this is if you just want like full just a nuke in here, right? If you just want to clear the stage, you know, super fast, you go for the full nuke build, one shot the mid, right? And then have your other ghost type damage dealer along with Cynthia herself, right? Handle the rest over here. So it was pretty, I guess, simple way of doing that, right? So you get all that stuff in, big nuke, you're doing damage, Shadow Ball, your other ghost type damage dealer is doing damage with their whatever move, right? Don't have to worry about too much. If you're not syncing with her, which is also valid, even though, again, very good sync, but if you're not syncing with her, say you're syncing with like an EX support, right, then you could go just full Shadow Ball, you know, DPS over here, right? Go pick up that, go down here, super duper effective, right? Like, just really solid stuff on a roll on Shadow Ball, extra chance to drop their special defenses, right? Again, she doesn't have a lot outside of her basic, you know, power-ups over here, right? So you pick some of these power-ups up if you want. Over here, right? Just speed maybe, special attack here and there. And there you go. And if you do need one, where you do need NPR for Ghost Witch, for example, you know, Legendary Arena, right? Then you go for that. It's just like none of these are really, it's just very expensive to get to it, unfortunately, right? So Legendary Arena, I'd assume most folks are trying to go for the nuke. Actually, this might be a bit better. Yeah. You go for this, right? So you go for the nuke over here, and then the NPR and Ghost Switch, because again, most of the time it's Legendary Arena. Legendary Arenas get destroyed by sync nukes, right? Gets destroyed by tech sync nukes, and Cynthia does just that. So yeah, there's a few different builds that we could throw in, right? In terms of team comps, right, there's just so many, because again, her biggest strength, in my opinion, right, is not how much damage she does, which is still, you know, on her nuke, you know, really nice. It's not the debuffing that she does, which is also, again, still really nice. It's just the amount of ghost type sync pairs you help, right? Again, most hilarious thing I've ever seen all year. Fantina hitting 10k Shadow Balls with the help of Cynthia. That's just, I can't. It's incredibly funny. Yeah, so you could throw in, like, for example, a Fantina, who otherwise is not very good, but with Cynthia becomes insanely powerful, right? So in this case, in terms of a support, again, depending on if you're going to sync with support, if you're syncing with Cynthia, right? If you're if you're trying to sync with Cynthia, then you want something like, you know, Falcon or Swallow that could buff both physical attack and special attack, or if you don't have him, like, what else? What's his name? Sawyer, right? Sawyer Honchcrow, you could do that. You could do Torchic if you're really down bad, right? You could do that as well. Some other options, etc. So yeah, you could do that with Fantina, for example, but some other sync pairs, right? Free one, Mewtwo, which is better than Fantina, but Fantina's more funny, so there's that, right? For example, if you're going for something like a Mewtwo, you could do that as well again. Something also for here is you still want to run something like a Falconer Swallow, so you could at least max out, you know, Mewtwo's special attack over here, right? Yeah, that's the slight issue with Cynthia. Slight issue with Cynthia is if you are trying to sync nuke with her, you do need someone else to also buff your physical attack on top of special attack, right? Again, if you're only just going for, you know, support EX, and that just makes the team comp so much easier and better to run, right? Really good one would be would be the new Sabrina, right? The new Sabrina over here, very good. Maxes out both their special attacks, right? And then also gives, because she gives a whole team AoE special attack up, right? So that's a 40% multiplier for both these guys. That's like 80% more damage, right? I think that's the math. But like Sabrina's good over here. What else? Lisa, I guess, right? Just all these X special attack all units, right? Something like Rosa, if you're just, again, she's not that good, but if you're really down bad, right, you could do that as well. But yeah, just a lot of options that you could throw in there, right? Alongside Mewtwo. The other, obviously, the big one is Lily, right? Or probably strongest partner over here. With Lily, you have a lot of liberties because you don't have to worry about what Lily's going for. You just have to worry about what Cynthia's going for. Again, all depends on if you're syncing with your support EX or if you're syncing with Cynthia, which, you know, if you're running with Lily, in my opinion, go for the support EX, right? Because Lily's Moongeist beams are so powerful, right? So in that case, if you are, again, sync with support EX, the supports just could be anything that could give that Cynthia that extra +2 special attack, right? So like a Sabrina, the new Sabrina, what else? Again, syncs with Lisa, Rosa, etc. All these special attack buffing units, Torchic, right? Whatever. Because you only need +2, right? So you could use units like that, Roxanne, etc. Like if you're, again, really down bad, you don't have too many options, you could definitely use units like those, right? So yeah, a lot of good stuff that you could run with her. Alistair's another one, right? Like there's just go like look at like ghost types, like straight up, like find ghost types, right? Go over here, pick type, ghost, and run her with any one of these. Well, not any one of these, like not like Palisand. Well, you could do that, like a Technique, whatever. Not like Morty, whatever, but like, you know. You could do it Banana, Drifloon, Gengar, Lunala, the other Gengar too, right? Mimikyu. Again, some of these still might not be that good, but they're better now, right? Like a Mimikyu, whatever, Banana. But still, they're better. All right, so a lot of good options, Great unit. Very fun, super fun teams that you guys can run. So anyways, that's maybe this one. Hope you all enjoyed it, guys. Link in the comments down below. Like, share this video, subscribe for some more Pokemon Masters content. I'll see you guys in the next one.